I'm on a roll. I'm going to talk to you today about the rental market in Detroit. And if you had asked me yesterday, it would have been doom and gloom. But things are turning around and they're going better. And I'm really excited about how stuff's going right now. It's not like what it used to be. And I want to tell you about the rental market in Detroit. But let me start by telling you who I am and where this information is even coming from. We started buying houses in 2007. Our first tenant had Section 8, and we are like, this is a really cool program. We get rent automatically every month. She moved in 2008. We built up our portfolio, made lots of mistakes. I kept thinking, gosh, if there were only some guidance for me. Has anybody ever done this that can answer all my questions? My Section 8 questions, my landlord questions, my Detroit questions. There was nothing. But I lost a lot of money because I could have done things smarter had I had information that I didn't even know I was missing. So I'll get to why I'm saying that here in a second. So in 2015, we started a property management company. What we did was we started flipping houses. And when we would sell the houses after we renovated them, the buyers would want us to manage. It only made sense. So we thought, well, sure. In 2015, we started a property management business. And in 2020, right before everything shut down, I sold the property management business. The goal was to start a management business, build it up, and then sell it. And so we did that. We were successful with that. We sold it. And I was very surprised what I learned after I sold it. So after we sold it, a lot of the owners came back to me and they'd say, this is not going right. This isn't right. I'm not making any profit. And I'd be like, that's so weird. And so I would refer them to maybe a different property manager, or they'd be like, I can't do this anymore with this property manager. I'm on the phone constantly. I'm the one making all the decisions. I thought I hired somebody else to do it for me. This is way too much work managing the property manager. They're taking all my profits. What do I do? And so I sold their houses for them. And then after a while of this is like a 3-year period from when I sold it to now, that this isn't right. There's something missing out there. And I feel that people need to manage houses themselves. And if they manage them themselves, they're not going to donate all their profits to the property manager. They're not going to sit there managing the property manager. They're going to have whatever comes up, which should be very minimal. They should have whatever comes up, just handle it themselves and get it done. So why aren't owners doing that? Because they don't know how, because they don't have me helping them. So I decided I'm making a course and I'm in the midst of it right now. I'm in the heat of it. And my course comes out in January. This is December when I'm filming this. And I don't have the total payment structure. Email me if that is something that interests you. I am teaching people how to manage their Section 8 properties themselves. That can work in any city. But I'm also teaching people all the stuff I wish I had known when I started back in '08 on this journey. I would have really liked someone to hold my hand through how to get through the city stuff, or somebody I could talk to when things came up and I just didn't know how to handle it. So part of the course is a lot of Detroit part. If you're not in Detroit, you don't buy the Detroit part. But then it comes with a weekly group coaching. So every week you get to hear the other people's questions and you learn from them. And we tell you how we would do it. And the name of my course is Manage It Yourself, Section 8 Rental Mastery, the Monique Method. I'm Monique. And so I really hope you're interested in that. If you're enjoying this video, please give me a thumbs up, make a comment. The comment I want in this video, I am curious, how is it going for you right now getting houses rented? I know it's December, but otherwise, like, how is it going finding tenants? So I want to talk to you about what's going on here in Detroit. If you had asked me a few days ago, I would have been negative. I've never had so many vacancies. What is going on here? But I'm on a roll and I'm getting them filled. My husband just called me and he's like, you're on a roll. And it's because he just showed a house. And yesterday we showed a few. I sent a couple people to him yesterday. I filled out 2 move packets yesterday. This woman today is applying. I'm getting through my vacancies, thank goodness, even though it's December. This is what I think why it's been slow. And I've got a few theories, but first of all, I'm a big mouth about Section 8, and I blame myself. I have been out there telling everybody Section 8's great. You get the money from the government. And when COVID came around, I'm like, ha ha, all you people that were like, oh, Monique, I would never deal with those people. And I'm like, no, that's not what Section 8's all about. Now they're all like, so what can you tell me about Section 8? Now you want to know. Now you're asking me. But Section 8 is good because I have a far less chance of an eviction. And the Detroit courts changed during COVID. They decided they loved COVID so much that they were going to put more of a burden on the landlords than they already have. And they added 60 days to the eviction timeline. So that's not good. The landlords don't trust anymore the cash paying tenants in Detroit. So I think I've got a lot of competition of other landlords that want Section 8 only. And that's how I advertise. I only want Section 8 for the tenants that I'm dealing with right now. I think that's one of my problems why it's been more competitive. Another reason is it's the economy. It costs so much more to eat. It costs so much more to fill your gas tank. People don't have money for a security deposit. In Michigan, a security deposit is a month and a half. They don't have money to move, so they're not moving. And because the rent rates have gone up so high since the courts killed us, landlords, during COVID, and thought that maybe we should be acting as though we're public housing that we're funded by the government, but we weren't, and just supply all this free housing. So we all raised the rent because we couldn't afford that. So I think the people that aren't moving, they're really afraid of paying $200-300 more in rent. Another reason is a lot of these people love the tenants, just loved COVID, and they're like, woohoo, I don't have to pay rent. I actually had one tenant tell me, I don't pay rent. The government does. I'm like, that's not true. I was in the midst of evicting her. It was a house that we bought during COVID, and what a nightmare that was, evicting her. I don't buy houses with tenants in them anymore. A lot of tenants got the wrong idea about COVID, and they just hung out in these houses, and now a lot of them have eviction notices on their record, and not even full-out evictions. Like, I don't wanna take people that have visited court over, and I can pull that up. It's public record. I can see who's gone to court many times. I wanna rent to them. So I think a lot of people know that they can't go anywhere because of that. There's a lot of bad credit scores too. I don't personally do credit scores with Section 8. It doesn't totally make sense to me, but COVID killed a lot of people's credit scores as well. I think that's why people aren't moving so much. But I have another theory about it that is just irritating me. I have gone through many applicants, and when they tell me their family size and that they're getting funding to move and they went through situations, I know what the numbers are in Detroit. So right now for a 4-bedroom, I should be getting 15 to 16 something a month, depending on the housing commission. For a 3-bedroom, I should be like around 13 to 1400 a month. A 2-bedroom, I'm like 1100 to maybe 1150, 1200. That's about it. These housing commissions, some of them, I had one person that had 6 kids and a husband. It was a horrible situation she was in. And I had a 4-bedroom house. And I thought, well, I'll get like 1700 for her. And they came back at 1277. I'm like, who's renting a shed for that? That's a really, really low. I mean, I'll do a 2-bedroom flat for 1100. I could get more if I had somebody with a 2-bedroom voucher, but it's a way to get them filled. But not a 4-bedroom house. It's the end of the year. They probably cook the books. They don't have any money to give big vouchers anymore. It's a little harder right now because there's a couple of well-run housing commissions and they're giving the better voucher sizes. The smaller housing commissions, they're coming back low, which is frustrating, but I'm getting through all this and I'm really hopeful for January where there's new budgets and people are ready to make a move. People don't like to move so much in December. So I'm really curious, how's it going where you are? What's the climate like in your city? Investing in Detroit is still absolutely a great investment. And if that is something that you're interested in doing, I hope you ask me about my course below because I've got the outline of my course and that'll give you an idea what it is. And I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks for watching.